Now you understand just why my head's not bowed. I don't shout or jump about, or have to talk real loud. When you see me passing, it ought to make you cry.
So I called. Hey, come get me. She put me out. Cosm pull up. You hear me? Cosm pull up. Jack A pull up. They're dating. I didn't mention that. They're dating now. I got trash bags full of clothes. I'm going to Jack A house. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I got somewhere to go. I'm gonna live my life. Fuck it. First day of being homeless. Me and Jack A, she called up her dude that she was dealing with at the time. Oh, I shouldn't say that. Fuck. My bad. Well, the best is the past. They are no longer together. She called up her dude that she was dealing with off and on. We, you know what I'm saying? He picked us up. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning. We haven't even started school. We're at school, but we haven't even went in that motherfucker yet. Like, we pick us up, we pull up, we get in the car, we gone. He said, okay, I gotta go pick up my friend. Okay, let's go get the friend. Because, you know what I'm saying? I'm a little lonely back here. You know, I don't want to be third wheel, you know what I'm saying? So we pick up his friend from work. And he fine. First of all, let me say that. I wasn't like, you know what I'm saying, interested, but I'm just saying he was fine. We go back to the friend's house. I don't know, I guess he gotta change, do some shit, whatever. But at this time I actually had a boyfriend. Again, didn't really take him serious. He was actually one of the dudes that was in our little clique, crew, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And we flirted a lot, so we just decided maybe we should date, but it just didn't work out for me. Like, he just wasn't my type, I guess. And I just had to learn that. And I didn't take him serious. So I kind of was trying to sabotage the relationship that night because I didn't want to be in it. So I was being petty all on Facebook, like, oh, I'm sitting on this man's bed. He got some pretty eyes. He did. But yeah, I'm being petty and shit on Facebook and shit. I'm trying to make him mad so he can say, you know what I'm saying, we're done. Boom. Whether it happened or not, whether he said that or not, we went back to her friend's crib because his mom was out of town. One thing led to another. We had a grand night, you hear me, and we actually spent the night there. Yeah, we actually spent the night there. So that was fun. First night of being homeless was fun. What else? Oh yeah, prom night. That was actually the same week. That was probably my last day being there. But prom night, me and Jack A knew we weren't going to prom because shit just didn't work out for us. Our dresses didn't get there in time. You know what I'm saying? It just, we faced reality quickly. So we had plans. We bought a zip or half a zip. Like I said, I was a fucking stoner. So one of those, I don't remember if we bought a zip or half a zip. But, because we had money, don't play with us. She had a job, I had a job, we was on it, you hear me? But, we was walking around near her apartments because we knew a lot of people, but it was just one dude that we didn't know, but he wanted to smoke with us. So I didn't really want to smoke with him, but she did, so we went to go smoke with him. We sat in his car and smoked. I was in the back seat, she was in front, because, you know, I'm not saying that she did, but I left my fucking wallet in his car. And I didn't realize until 30 minutes after. And so I'm calling motherfuckers like, find out who this nigga is. He turned his phone off within 30 minutes. 30 minutes of meeting us. I guess realizing that I left my wallet in his car, that he wanted that money. I had $80 in cash in there. I had my card in there. And all of my personal shit. You know what I'm saying? So I called my sister like, can you find out who this nigga is? She knows a lot of people. Can you find out who this nigga is? He blah, 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 blah. She said, okay, I'm fine. You know what I'm saying? So I'm guessing she went back and told my mom what I was going through, what was happening. So I get to school the next day. I get a text from my mom. I'm picking you up today, you're coming home. So I'm like, okay, she want to play her back, you know what I'm saying? She want me to come back home, you know. She want me to come back home. So, okay. She pull up after school. I get in the car, you know what I'm saying? Thinking shit's sweet. Shit ain't sweet. The first thing she did was bop! Smacked me right in my nose. In my nose, bro. That was the worst feeling I've ever felt in forever, my whole lifespan. Like, what? That shit hurt so bad, I'll never forget that feeling, bro. I was like, dog, like, you didn't even have to do that. But I gave her that one, you know what I'm saying? I gave her that one because I tripped out. I did. I fucked up. I'll admit that one. I fucked up. You my mama. I shouldn't be putting my hands on you. I love you. You know what I'm saying? You my best friend, girl. Whew. That was fucked up, though. She didn't have to hit me like that. But, yeah, no, that's it. I just wanted to tell that story because that was a memory in my life that I'll never forget as well. But back to working at the job that I was working at. There was a guy there who I liked. There was a guy that was working there that I liked from when I was 17, and then on to 18, whatever. So this was 2013 Christmas time. Our job was doing Secret Santa. I pulled his name. We were exchanging gifts to each other. So I don't remember what he got me. It was some bullshit though. Just saying, it was some bullshit. But what I got him wasn't. It was a certain designer. Everything in it was a certain designer. It was, you know what I'm saying? I went over the limit because, you know, I'm just, you know, that's just me. Like, I didn't actually do that because I like him. I promise you I didn't. If it was anybody else, like, I would have gotten something legit like I did. You know what I'm saying? But it was a few things. And not big things, like, you know what I'm saying? There were small things, but they were designer. You know what I'm saying? A certain designer, I should say. Not a big designer either, but you know what I'm saying? A designer that was popping at the time. Meanwhile, I'm 18. I'm not underage. I'm 18. But he got the gift and he was like baffled, I guess. I mean, I know this now because he told it to me. But he was like, oh my God, like, I can't believe she did this. Like, she must be feeling me. Like, I gotta holler at her. She, you know what I'm saying? I've been looking at her. She looked good. You know what I'm saying? Of course. Like, what? Nah. But, yeah, so he ended up asking me out that same day to go on a date with him. His birthday was coming up in January. His birthday was coming up, and he wanted me to go on a date with him for his birthday. I stood him up. I did. Because, as I said before, damn, I skipped a part again, but fuck it, we're not even going. Anyways, as I said before, I never took dating serious. Now, okay, I'll say it now. There was a guy that I tried dating, and when I say dating, I don't mean actually in a relationship with. I mean, like, you know, getting to know him, you know what I'm saying? Seeing what I like, seeing what I don't like. So there was a guy before him. He was 30. Yes, I was 18 years old dating a 30-year-old. I've always liked them older. Just saying. And he was a good dude. I'll say that. He had a house. He did not have a car. But in the house, he had roommates. The roommates, they were cool, you know what I'm saying? It was a whole vibe in there. They had a pool table. They was lit all the time, you know what I'm saying? But, and he was, I just didn't feel like that was gold for a 30-year-old. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not being judgmental. I really am not. But for me, like, I just don't want to be, I didn't want to be with someone who was 30 years old with no car and had roommates and a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was a lot for me at 18. And which is crazy because the next decision I made was even more, but I just didn't see it that way, I guess. But he was like trying to pressure me to have sex with him, and I was just like, you know what, I can't do it. You're not where I want you to be. So that was actually good pussy management. I don't know what happened to my good pussy management after that, but that decision was good pussy management, because like, what are you doing, sir? But okay, so back to him, to the guy at work. I stood him up when he asked me on a date, because I was nervous. Like, I wanted to take a relationship serious. I wanted to do that whole thing, but I was nervous. It was my first time ever considering it for real, but I wanted to do it. So I stood him up, but then the next day we came to work, and he was like, yo, what happened? I'm like, I was asleep. I wasn't, because I was really looking at the phone while he was calling me, but sitting on the couch like this. But I was like, okay, I feel bad. You know what I'm saying? I'll do something with you. At this point, I was in college, because sometimes I would be at home with my mom, you know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, I didn't like my roommate second semester. So, but I remember him sometimes pulling up at the dorm. I get in his car, you know, we talk all night, we go eat, or whatever the case may be. And, you know, at that point, when I actually did do something with him, like, we became inseparable. Like, we did everything every day. We talked every day, all day. We were a thing as time went on. 5 months in our relationship, I'm sitting in my dorm room, in my bed, doing a paper late night because I was bullshitting the whole day, or maybe I was at work, I don't know. But it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I get a phone call. Now, this is probably why I don't answer from unknown numbers now. But I get a phone call and I answer. It's the girl on my phone, who I'm cool with now, because at the end of the day, we don't deal with this man anymore. So, you know, it's irrelevant. He was playing both sides anyways. But I get a phone call. Hey, do you know Tristan? I'm like, yeah, that's my boyfriend. That's my boyfriend, you know? She was like, oh, that's my boyfriend too. Now, I've seen this girl before me and Tristan ever started dating or talking or looking at each other. But when we got together, he told me that they were done. So that's what I'm thinking, like, but obviously I think they were done. It's just that they kind of went back to each other. You know, they were together for 7 years, so I feel like they weren't completely done, but he made me seem like they were done. So I got that phone call that night. I didn't bother arguing with the girl, because it's just like, okay, at that point I had the mindset of, okay, he doing wrong. Like, it's like, okay, yeah, we talked to the same nigga. All right, thank you for the information. Bye-bye. You know what I'm saying? I confront him. I'm calling him, you know what I'm saying? Calling him all type of names and shit. We break up. I don't talk to him for a few days. He's going crazy. And then one day I text him and say, come over because I want some dick. Listen, this is probably the reason why I held on to him for so long. Although I did love him, but at some point I realized that love is not enough. So I feel like it's the sex that made me stay for so long. That's what I'm gonna go with, because like, what the fuck? Don't judge me, because I know there's a lot of women who have been in my position. But let me go on and tell you what the fuck we've been through. Went through. What I went through. Goddamn. So I told him to come over. We have sex. I put him out immediately. So he telling his friends, we all work together. Oh, you know, well, he telling his friends what happened, what I did. Called him over, then stopped talking to him again. And so his friends is telling me, oh, take him back, like, he's sorry. My stupid ass takes him back. I take him back. So a few more months into our relationship, we have a conversation. You know, things are getting serious. I know what I want, so I had to have this conversation with him. The conversation was, I want kids. I wanted kids since I was fucking 16 years old. My sister had her first kid when I was 16, and I fell in love. We were like this, me and that kid, and I wanted one for myself. I wanted a lot for myself, honestly. So I told him, you know what I'm saying? I want kids. If you don't want kids, we can no longer be together. I cannot deal with you because I can't waste my time. I want what I want, and I want it now. So he decided that he didn't want to lose me, and that we were going to have kids. I know that's probably a tough decision to put on somebody, but you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I want what I want. Meanwhile, he already had 2 kids. He already had 2 kids. Because he is older than me as well, by 7 years. Let's see, where am I going next? I got pregnant immediately because I was not playing. You hear me? Give me my baby. I got pregnant in August. We probably broke up a few months after that because he's cheating again with her and with another woman, and you know what I'm saying? It's just like stressing me out. I had to break up with him. I'm pregnant. Like, I went through most of my pregnancy alone, which sucks, but you know, it is what it is. He was there for the birth and for my child. We were broken up for about 7 months. We got back together after I had my child. A few months after I had my child, we got back together. And, you know, I believe he's still cheating. He's still cheating, so we broke up again. I don't know how long that section of the relationship lasted, but eventually we broke up again. He's still cheating on me. Like, I love him to death. I love him more than I love myself. Like, it's crazy. Like, I just don't understand. But I loved him. I don't love him now. Let me get that straight. Like, my son is 1 year old. My son is 1 year old. We're not together at this point. And I moved out of my mom's house. I moved out of my mom's house. I got my own place. As soon as I got my own place, hey babe, come over. Boom, we're back together. Immediately, we conceived baby number 2. And I remember we conceived that baby on that toe, you hear me? And it was the best sex of my life. Well, at that time. And I did not regret a thing because guess what? I didn't actually want another child at that time, but I did at the same time. Like, I wasn't expecting it to happen so fast, but I wanted my babies. You know what I'm saying? Again, we broke up. We broke up again while I'm pregnant with this baby, and I hated his guts. I hated his guts so bad. Although we were still living together. Well, he was living with me, I should say. And did I go too far? I think I was having car trouble one day, and he wouldn't come help me. And at that point, this is when we broke up. At that point, I was like, what the fuck? You call yourself my man, and you don't want to get up off your ass to come help me? I gotta call my mama to help me? Like, what the fuck? I'm pregnant. It's hormones, you know what I'm saying? I'm just pissed. Like, what are you? So I'm done with you. I'm done with you. But like I said, we're still living together. He has the nerve to be all up on the phone with a bitch in my house. In my house? Like, nigga. And I think I have my baby at this point. Yeah. I had my baby at this point. And we're still not getting along, but we still live together. Well, he still lives with me because he doesn't have anywhere to go. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I was pissed at that. My baby ended up in the hospital. She had RSV, I think that's what it's called, and he's running around town with a bitch instead of trying to see if his baby is okay. Like, what? Come again? You expect me to respect you? I don't think so. So, yeah, we was beefing for a few more months. Like, this is crazy. Like, but once again, we get back together. And here's the crazy part, one of the crazy parts, I should say. The same girl that he was on the phone with in my house, you know what I'm saying? The same girl he was running around with while my baby was in the hospital, while we were together again, he fucking with her. At this point, he finally has his own place. Because, I put him out so much, it's like, okay, just go ahead and get your own shit. You know what I'm saying? It would work better that way. Well, we're going to see if it works better that way. I have my insecurities at this point. Like, you've cheated on me so much, and it's just like, I don't know. I don't believe you. I don't trust you. I don't do blah, blah, blah. So he gave me a key to his house, his apartment, to assure me that that I can trust him. This girl on my phone talking about, hey, I got a key to his house. Like, I'm like, no, you don't. I got the other key to his house. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm really looking stupid behind this bitch, and she really does have another key. Come to find out, she all up in his house cooking fucking tacos and shit, bitch. Let me tell you. Pissed. So, one day I'm bringing the kids. I worked early mornings. I had to be up at 6:30 in the morning. So I'm dropping the kids off and putting them in the bed because it's early. He's acting like I can't come on one side of the bed, and it's a full like cover laying on the floor. And so I'm like, okay, is it a bitch over there? Like, what is going on? Like, why don't you want me to go over here? So I'm trying to get over there. At this point, we're fighting, tussling, screaming, crying, like all that type of shit. And he slaps me down on the ground. I think I told my mom this. It's probably the only person I've ever told, I think. I don't know if I told her this. I don't know. But he slaps me down to the ground, and I'm literally in there bawling, tears coming, like, why am I not enough for you? All I ever did was love you. I helped you. I made you, you know what I'm saying? I motivate you. So I'm literally crying, like, why am I not enough? That shit hurt. Like, that was the worst feeling of my life. Okay, I said that about the bang in my nose. Emotionally, that was physical. This is emotionally. Yeah, yo, that shit. The neighbors called the police. They said they thought he was in there killing me. Like, I had to sneak out just so I don't go to jail or he don't go to jail. Like, it was wild, crazy. Like, that relationship was so fucking toxic. And there's more. Trust me, there's more. There was one time where he was driving me to work in my car because we only had one car at the time. And I feel like he's the type who knows how to press my buttons, and he does it for fun. So he gets me to the point where my emotions take over. I'm a Cancer. I know this about myself. If I get to that point, like extremely fucking pissed off, my emotions is gonna take over. I can't control it. You know what I'm saying? So he gets me to that point, and I grab the wheel, and we swerve. The car is swerving. We in the car fighting, fist punches, like what? He knocks. I'm over here in the passenger seat. He knocks my glasses out the window. So at that point, we have to stop. Like, we have to stop because I can't see shit without my glasses. So I get out, I find my glasses, I get back in the car, boom, boom, boom. Like, did you really just do that? Like, what the fuck? Yeah, so no. I don't encourage domestic violence. I haven't experienced that since I haven't been with him. I have never met anybody who takes me to that point, and I don't want to deal with people that will. I know the signs now, so you know what I'm saying. I live and I learn. But yeah, he did that shit for fun. Definitely, he did that shit for fun. But yeah, I got to work late. I had to come. I got to work. As soon as I get there, my manager at the time, she's like family to me. She's like a second mom. She sees that something is wrong. She asks, "Are you okay?" As soon as she said that, like, I tried to walk away, but as soon as she said that, like, tears ran straight down my face. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't take it. Like, it was over for me. Like, I've been through so fucking much. I've been through a lot. All because you're cheating on me, you're lying to me, and it's just like, for what? Like, if you don't want me, which that's not the case. I know he did, and I know he loved me, but it was just like, why do you have to do this to me? Why are you doing this to me? Like, I literally have done nothing to you but love you. Like, that shit's wild crazy. But at some point the relationship got a little better. I'm gonna skip to 2017, 2018. It's better. I still have a lot of issues, a lot of trust issues. I don't trust anything he says. He's still a liar at the end of the day in my head. Like, he swears up and down that he's telling the truth about everything, but in my head, you're a liar. So, I'm not happy. And at this point, I realized that, you know, love is not enough for me. I can't do this anymore. This is 2018. I can't do this anymore. I sat him down. I told him we had a lot of good times, but the bad definitely outweighs the good. And I just can't do it anymore. You know, you have to move out. We had to separate. Now, we did. But we did mess around after officially breaking up. Tell me why, after, and this was a span of 5 years. 5-year relationship ended in 2018. Tell me why after I broke up with him, like maybe a few months later, he goes and get my name tatted on his chest. Underneath it, it says my strength, my backbone, and something else. And I'm like, why did you do that? Why would you go and do that? Like, I don't want you. And you know what I'm saying? Like, this is never going to happen again. I hope you didn't get that thinking I was going to take you back, because that's just not the case at all. It will never be the case. But he swears up and down he didn't do it because he thought we were going to get back together. He did it because he meant it, and he believed it. Like, I don't know what the fuck. But we did mess around after that. But it still was very much toxic. Like, one time I had to threaten to tase him in order to get him the fuck out. In order to get him the fuck out of, you know what I'm saying, my vicinity. He used to sit outside of my door and camp out until I came out and talked or whatever the fuck. And I hated that shit. I was stuck in the house for hours. Like, leave me alone. But eventually I realized that it's not gonna work. Sometimes we can be cool. Sometimes we could be cordial. Sometimes we could be in the same room. Sometimes we could be friendly and talk about each other's problems or whatever. He actually was on one of my videos. But at this moment right now, he's dead to me. And I've cut off all access to me. All of his access to me. I'll never go back. I want to say I regret even like giving him a chance, meeting him, going through all of this shit with him. But I do have my beautiful babies, my kids. I'm grateful for them. If I could go back and choose another baby daddy and get these exact same kids, you know what I'm saying, I would definitely do that, but I can't. So now what is he doing? He is, listen, I'm not embarrassed by saying these things because, you know, it's my life. It happened. I live and I learn. But right now, he is currently dating my cousin. So, pretty much dead to me, both of them. Yeah, that's what it is when it comes to that. My kids are 5 and 6. Well, right now she's 4, but she's about to turn 5, and by the time this video drops, she'll probably be 5. So I'm gonna say 5 and 6. I have a daughter and I have a son. Yeah. What do I like to do the most? I like to travel. I think I started traveling either back in 2017 or 2018. My first trip was to South Padre Island, which is in Texas, but it's like 8 hours away. But honestly, there's no vacation that I've been on since that have topped that vacation. I had so much fun. I did a lot of things that I've never done before. Horseback riding, kayaking, jet skis, just a lot of things that I've never done before. And in sex on a balcony, like what? I have to cross that off my list. You know, I want to do that. Okay, anyways, now there's more exciting things I want to do because that's really like boring. Like, that's really like normal shit. Out of town shit. I mean, I wouldn't do that at home. I probably would actually. But yeah, South Padre Island was my best vacation. I went to California. Well, this is my first time traveling as an adult. As a kid, we took a lot of trips, but as an adult, on my own. Okay, I went to California when the pandemic started. I was like, whoop, let me get the fuck out of here, but not realizing that they're also in a pandemic. Like, I don't know what the hell I was thinking, but I had fun. I enjoyed the food. I enjoyed the views. You know what I'm saying? I enjoyed getting away. I went to Oklahoma twice. One time was a little cabin in the woods. We went to Turner Falls. Second time we went to Oklahoma luxury cabins around my family. We had so much fun there. Got drunk. I got drunk as hell. These are all birthday trips, by the way. I got drunk as hell. I never wanted to do that shit again, but then I ended up doing that shit again. Like all the time. But let's see where else I go. Miami, Florida this year. Honestly, don't like Miami, Florida. It's not my vibe. The food is disgusting. And it's just too much for me. But we had a luxury condo. It was fucking fire. I loved it there. Like, for real. I feel like I'm missing some spots, but I don't know. I can't think of it right now. But that's one of my favorite things to do. Another thing is drinking with my family. Like, we have so much fun together. We do a lot of family planned events, game nights. We had a backyard movie night. You know what I'm saying? We do a lot of stuff. Friendsmas is coming up. We had just a lot. You know, we just hang out and drink a lot and have so much fun. And so I enjoy doing that as well. What's the hardest thing I've ever been through? I'm reading questions on this paper, by the way. The hardest thing I've ever been through, back in 2015, My son was about to turn 1. My son was about to turn 1, and was that 2016? That would be 2016 because he was born in 2015. 2016, my son was about to turn 1, and he started getting sick, and he got a really bad fever, and he had a seizure for the first time ever. It lasted 45 minutes. And I was terrified. I didn't know what to do. I mean, they say that I actually did a pretty good job for it to be my first time, because immediately I called the police, you know, or the ambulance, whatever. I told them everything that happened, what time, what they, you know what I'm saying, what's going on, all of that. And even as we're getting into the ambulance, he's still having a seizure. Even the whole time we're driving to the hospital, he's still having a seizure. He did not stop having a seizure until he's actually in the hospital bed for a few minutes. And you know what? I actually kept it together up until we got to the hospital. I seen my mom, and I just let it. I lost it. Like, that was the worst fucking day of my life. It was the worst day of my life, honestly, because it was so scary. It was so scary, like. But he actually now has seizures every time he gets a fever out seizures, and they're not a big deal now. You know what I'm saying? I've learned that they're not a big deal. They only last for a few seconds or a couple minutes now, and they should go away soon. So glad it got easier, but that was definitely a hard pill to swallow for the first time. Other than that, I don't really think I've been through, besides my horrible relationship, I don't think I've actually been through anything that life-changing or that hard to get through. So I would say I had a pretty good life. I have a pretty good life for the most part. What's next on this channel? Well, the next video after this one will most likely be a little Christmas video with my kids. They will be featured on the video. Well, that's all I'm gonna say for now. And then if you've been watching, if you've been subscribed to my channel, tuned in, whatever, I've been doing a little show called Real Talk with Pt.2. Now, it's been a lot of disappointments that come with that show, because I enjoy doing it, but others they seem skeptical sometimes. Like, they'll say that they want to do it with me, but then when the time comes, it's like they're nowhere to be found majority of the time. So I don't know if I'm going to continue that, because I don't like being let down so many times. You know what I'm saying? For the same thing over and over and over again. I don't like it. But I'm going to think about it some more. I don't want to give it up, but I'm not consistent with it myself, because I'm always just doing all this other stuff. So I don't know if I'm going to continue doing that, but stay tuned just in case I do. And this channel is pretty much, it's all over the place, because it's just like who I am. It's just showing the real me. You know what I'm saying? That's why the channel is called The Real Pt.2, because it's just like, I do this and I do that and I do that and I do this, and I don't know what I want to do consistently, but I'm going to figure it out, and y'all are going to watch me figure it out and just do what I do on a regular basis. Or, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope y'all feel like y'all know me a little bit. I don't know. I hope y'all feel like y'all know me a little bit. Telling my life stories and shit. Anyways, stay tuned for the next video. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe on all of the videos. Please make sure y'all subscribe. I need more subscribers. Come on. Share these videos. And yeah, I will see y'all in the next video. Thank you for watching.